Hey Techno Studs, in this video we're going to take a look at a floating static route. So in our example right here, we're going to say that we have a backup link and it's meant for just being a backup link. We don't want it to be utilized unless our main link goes down. And that's where we would want to use something like a floating route. So let's take a look at how to configure a floating static route. All right, in our scenario, we're on this layer 3 switch right now. And what we want to do is create the backup link to the Pi. And so currently right now, the default route points to the router 1, and we want to use that unless it goes down, then we'll point to this demo Pi. So I'm going to get onto the router here. I can do a show IP route and see how it's configured right now. We see this static default route right there. I'm going to get into the global configuration mode and I'm going to configure another one. So IP route, and it's quad 0, so 0.0.0.0 space 0.0.0.0, and then the IP address we want to go to. So 10.1.10.21 is the IP address of that Pi. Okay, so now next what we need to do is we don't want this to take over the other static address or share with the other static address. So we got to change the administrative distance. So we can see that we just plug a number into here for the administrative distance. Now, since a static route has an administrative distance of 1, it could be anything over 1. So I'm just going to choose 5. I'm going to hit enter. Now let's see what our routing table looks like. And we can see that it still points to the other one. And if we were to take that down, so let's go ahead and exit out of, or let's do a no IP route 0. I'm not sure if I've got this right. So I'm going to do a show run and take a look at the IP route here. Make sure I get the command exactly. So I'm going to type in no. I'll come up here, and the one that I want to take out is this one right here. So I'm going to do no for that command. And now I do show IP route. And I can see the other one is installed with the administrative distance of 5. So there you have it. The other thing I could actually do to test this out is I can put this back into, let me put this back in. So I'll do a show IP route. That one's up. And then I can get into that interface and shut that down. So that is, which interface is that? I take a look at my VLANs here. I believe it's VLAN 9. So I'm going to do a shutdown on this interface right here. So interface VLAN 9. I'm going to do a shutdown. And let's take a look at that routing table now. Show IP route. And in fact, it has put that back into place. So we see that when the other interface goes down and it no longer has access to that network, then it will switch, and now it's directing this default route. It's now directing towards the Pi. And if I want to bring that up, I can do a no shut and then take a look again, and we're back to normal here. So there you have it. There's how to have a floating route on your switches or your layer 3 switch and your routers.